Tyron Smith, the former Cowboys tackle, who's been there 13 years, signs a one-year deal. Very heavy on incentives. So heavy on incentives. And, Chris, I caught wind of it on Thursday, and it's one of those where, I don't want to say anything because if he doesn't sign with the Jets, and everybody's going to say you're making shit up, and I should have, because I was told they're offering him something heavy on incentives that they never think he's going to take. It's like 6.5, and there's a lot on the back end, and he's never going to take it. And he took it, and they were like, what? He took it? They were stunned that he took it, I'm told, per source. So, a great deal for the Jets, $6.5 million, and then if he plays and plays well, and the Jets do well, he'll make a lot more.
Yeah, great deal for the Jets. Great. A guy that still plays at a pretty high level. He's got an injury history, and he's up there in age, so they're protecting themselves that way. But damn, the Jets, that was a big week what they did. They turned around their offensive line. The issues we talked about, right? Whether them not being able to run the ball, not being able to protect Zach Wilson. Man, it's hard to think that stuff's not going to be better for Aaron Rodgers this year. Morgan Moses, Tyron Smith, John Simpson. You couple that with second-round pick Joe Tippmann last year. They out of Wisconsin. Elijah Vera Tucker has big-time all-pro, Pro Bowl type ability. If he can just stay healthy, you look at that and go, damn, that offense, now Rodgers has got time. Nathaniel Hackett can draw up things in the dirt, and they can formulate a plan with Rodgers that makes sense. They could be dangerous. We know the rest of the roster is damn good.
And no David Bakhtiari yet, and it's likely he won't be there, even though a lot of football fans would look at it and say, well, that's another Aaron Rodgers former teammate that'll come to town. The Aaron Rodgers friends and former teammates plan is over this year in New York. By the way, they're not making a big deal about it, but no more Aaron Rodgers assistant GM. He can have input, he can have a seat at the table, but he's not going to say who we're going to bring. It's not going to happen. And Bakhtiari, with all these other names on the offensive line, don't look for him to be there. One guy who has been linked to Aaron Rodgers in the past, though, Odell Beckham Jr.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN.com had an item over the weekend to keep an eye on Beckham. He said goodbye to Baltimore. Yeah, they're not going to pay him $16 million again this year, so he's not going back there. He could land with the Jets. There's been that connection in the past. Remember, he was talking to the Jets last year, getting ready to visit the Jets when, boom, the Ravens paid him $15 million guaranteed with an incentive package, and that's what got him to Baltimore.
Yeah, no, I think that Rodgers, Rodgers and Odell have been looking to team up for quite some time. We know the Packers, they inquired about trading for OBJ a few times too. It just didn't work out. But this would make sense. Hey, for a guy like him, be with Rodgers, be the number 2 with Garrett Wilson. Wow, the team's really good. He could find a niche here, and it would make sense for him as far as OBJ is concerned.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.